Hey guys, it's Justin back again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to change your oil and filter on a '07 Mazda 6. Okay, so today for this job you'll need your floor jack, a ratchet. You'll also need your new oil filter. This is a cartridge type on this car, and I highly recommend you get a filter that comes with new gaskets. You'll need your new oil. We're running this synthetic 5W20, and then your oil filter wrench. Many people have this question what size it is, and it's a 76mm 14 flutes size B. You can get it at AutoZone for like $4. And then you also need your jack stands and a pair of safety goggles. Okay, so I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but you'll also need your drain pan and a little hex socket like this to get the oil cartridge out. And okay, so you have all the parts you need. What you want to do is secure your car on jack stands. You see I have both sides up right now, and before you do that you want to make sure you have the back wheels chalked off so the car doesn't go rolling. Make sure your emergency brake is on as well, and then you want to come up here and give the car a good shake, make sure it's sturdy, and it is. So we'll go from here. Okay, so we're under the car now, and as you can see there's this 10mm bolt right here, and there's a few more going along the way right there and more down here. So we're gonna have to take all these off to get the splash guard off, then we'll have access to the oil pan and the oil filter. Okay, so we got all the bolts off. It was 6 10mm on this car, but I think there should be one more. Whoever worked on this car last, I guess they lost one and didn't put it back in. And as you can see right there, we got the splash guard down, and we have access to the oil filter and the pan. So we're gonna get started on that soon. Okay, so now that you got your splash guard off, you located where your oil filter and crankcase were with the drain plug. What you want to do is come up here and then find your fill reservoir, and then just unplug the cap, put it loosely on. What that does is once you actually take the drain plug off, it lets the oil flow faster down, then it'll just come out smoother, a lot quicker. Alright, I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so you want to come under here, find your drain pan and your drain plug right there. You want to get your ratchet and your 17mm on it. It'd be nice if you had gloves right now because it might be hot. And something I want to stress is it'll be best to do this job when the car is cool, and then my car's been sitting a while but still might be hot. Then you just want to get this off. This one's a little tight on here, so might have to get my breaker bar in here. Whoever put it on put Loctite on it, and it's really stiff, so I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I was able to break it loose, and you want to watch out right here. It'd be nice if you had gloves, but I don't. So get your ratchet and 10mm on, or 17mm on there, and get going on it. The oils could be very, very hot, so watch out. Remember, make sure your engine is cool first. It's gonna like start spilling out right now. You want to watch out. Make sure your pan is right there to catch all the oil. So it's starting to drain now, and once you loosen it, more will come out. So get your pan set. Then it's draining out, draining into the pan. And yeah, you want to keep your pan right there. Make sure it catches all the oil. Show you what to do next. Okay, so once it's finished dripping into the drip pan and everything, you want to get your drain plug and just hand tight it back in. You don't want to put those things too tight because it might strip, and plus it'll be bad for whoever is going to work on it next. It'll be super hard to get off. Like the person who worked on this last time put it way too tight, so you just want to hand tight it back in. Then we're going to get to work on the oil filter now. Okay, so for the oil filter right now, you want to get your hex bit, and then it should fit right into place right there. Watch out because oil is going to spill out here too. Then break it loose, and then just take this off. Oops, hit the camera. You don't want to do that. Then, yeah, see, oil is gonna fall out right there. Make sure your drain pan's right there to catch it. And then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so you got the little plug out of the oil filter. And then this is usually a 76 millimeter with 14 flutes, but whoever worked on it before stripped it so bad, so I'm going to be using this adjustable ram wrench, and I hope it could do the job. We'll see, but you want to untie that and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so this filter, the cap right here, it was absolutely stripped. So what I had to do is went down to O'Reilly's and I got a pair of these filter pliers. These didn't work either. So what I had to do is get all the ways under the car and try to turn it as hard as I can with my hands. So yeah, you might want to have to look out for that. And as you can see right here, here's the old filter. It slips right off like that. And you want to compare it to your new one, see if they're the same size and everything, and they are. And this Bosch filter, it came with these new O-rings and stuff, so you want to get those on. There's one right here, and yeah, get those on and you should be good. Let me find something else real quick. And if you look at the little drain plug that was on your oil filter, right here, there's this little O-ring, and this Bosch filter comes with the new little O-ring for that. So you're going to want to change those. It's not absolutely necessary, but it's still a good step to take. Make sure there's no leaks or anything. So I'll get back to you after I finish changing out these O-rings. Okay, and hopefully you could see this on this new drain plug. I got the new O-ring on the cap. Put the new O-ring on, and here's the old ones. Dispose of those properly. So you want to get your new filter, just place it on top of the cap like that. Make sure it's nice and seated in there. As you can see, this new one, this new Bosch one, looks much better, much cleaner than this old one. So yeah, take care of that. You should be good. Screw it back in and show you what to do next. Okay, so you want to get back under your car, find where it screws in, right there. You can see the threads. Place it back in there like that. Hand tighten it. You don't want to go crazy tight on this, or the next person who works on it will have a lot of trouble, just like I did. They're gonna have to go get some filter wrench or something. So get it good back on there. Hand tight. So Get it nice and sealed. Make sure it's nice and snug on there, hand tight. Can't stress that enough. Some people like to make work too hard. So get that back on there. Get your ratchet. Get your drain plug back in. Oh, hit the camera again. It's not good. Let's try it this way. Okay, hand tight that back in. And then once it's hand tight in there, get your ratchet, your hex bit, snug it in all the ways, and then I'll show you what to do next. Get that all the ways in there, snug it in. Alright, it's snug in there. Being a pain to take out though, so show you what to do next. Another tip I need to mention is every time you change your oil or something, this old oil right here, what you want to do is put it in the new container. So all your new oil is in your car, so this is an empty container. So put your old oil in there and take it to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, your local auto parts store, and they should take it for free because it's toxic. It's bad for the environment, hazardous, so you want to dispose of it properly. Okay, so one thing I gotta say that I didn't mention before, once you have your new filter and everything back in, make sure you wipe where it was before, especially where the drain plug was. Make sure there's no old gas or anything right there, because if there's two gaskets right there, it's gonna leak, and you don't want any leaks. And this is the part where we're gonna put the new oil in, and if you're forgetful like me, forgot your funnel, what you can do is get a bottle, a big Gatorade bottle or something like this, and cut it open like that, and where the fill reservoir is, you could try to place it right in there. And once you do that, you can fill it up with new oil, and we're going to get started on that right now. Okay, so I actually needed a smaller bottle because the reservoir is not that big, but you could just place it in there like that. Make sure your drain plug, make sure it's nice and tight on there so it won't leak or anything. This car takes 4.5 quarts of 5W20, and if you wanted to, you could pour half a quart into where the oil filter is, but in my opinion it was a bad spot, so it would have fell out, and so we're just gonna put 4.5 quarts right here. Okay, we're putting this Valvoline full synthetic, so let it fill up in the oil reservoir. Remember, 4.5 quarts with the filter change. And when you're pouring a good amount in there, what you want to do is take a look under the car, make sure it's not leaking or anything. And as I can tell, it's not. So you can keep pouring. Make sure none of it spills. You don't want that. Okay, so that's about 4.5 quarts right there. And take your little funnel or your little homemade funnel out. Place it to the side. Get your oil reservoir cap. Place the cap back on. Tying it up pretty good. And after this, all you have to do is put your splash guard back on and you're set. Take your car out for a ride, check the oil pressure level, check the check engine light, make sure none of that's on, and you should be good from there. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe for more content. See you later.